Hello! I know I've been talking about this exciting thing and I'm ready to reveal. So, a couple weeks ago, I was scrolling through my social media feed and I belong to several groups that are dedicated to helping find missing people and look for information about unsolved murders. I'm always amazed at just how many people vanish and how many murders go unsolved. It breaks my heart to think of all the families who are hoping every day for that new piece of information, that new witness that comes forward, or that person who didn't know that they knew something that could help. Now, when I put cases together for the podcast, I spend hours and hours researching to get all the information I can find. It's a really long process. Well, the other day, as I was looking through all the shared flyers and pictures online, I started thinking about how these families are begging for more attention for their loved ones. Some of these cases are new, just happened, and hours can make a difference. But the research takes time. And then I had an idea. What if I shared the information put out by the family and police as soon as I could? Sharing the pertinent information that might help get the word out. So I decided to do a Missing and Murdered Monday. It will help spread the word and maybe, just maybe, might bring something out that helps the case. Now, what I found really interesting was some of the cases that I was looking to put on the first one, they were playing out as I was putting it together and have been resolved. So I just went on to the next. Some of these cases I may do a full episode on later, but right now I just want to get that information out as soon as possible. You never know who will see or hear something that might generate a tip. So, this is the first Missing and Murdered Monday. If you have a case you would like me to feature on here, you can email me at thecrimequeen@gmail.com, or you can message me on my YouTube channel or the Crime Queen podcast Facebook page. So, on to our first case. The first case is out of El Paso, Texas. I came across her sister's post asking for help. Jennifer Arizmendi has been missing since November 29th, 2023. She was last seen at her home around 10 a.m. She said she was going to, quote, head out, but she didn't say where she was going. She never returned home. When she left, all her personal items, including her cell phone, were left behind. She was wearing a black romper with a white jacket and white shoes. She is 22 years old, has long highlighted brown blonde hair, is 5'2", and weighs about 110 pounds. Her sister is asking for any information and wants Jennifer to know that she loves and misses her and that her whole family is searching for her. If you have any information, please call 915-275-7083. Now, two things jumped out at me in regards to this case. The first, Jennifer bears a resemblance to 18-year-old Savannah Soto, the pregnant woman out of San Antonio who was just found murdered. People had even commented on her sister's post, confusing the two women. The second thing that didn't sit well with me was I couldn't find any newspaper or news broadcasts about Jennifer being missing. So people may have seen her and not known her family's looking for her. Please, if you have any information, reach out. Her family misses her. The next is a cold case. However, the FBI recently doubled the reward for information, so I hope this is a sign that this case could be warming up. Alexandra Anaya was a bubbly 13-year-old middle school student. Her sunny and loving attitude didn't hint at the darkness she'd been enduring. Alex told her mom, Sandra, that her longtime boyfriend had been sexually abusing her for the past 6 years of their 9-year relationship. Her mother broke up with Rodolfo Heredia upon learning this, but they weren't going to be free from his abuse. He began stalking the family. Sandra found Rodolfo peering into Alex's bedroom and standing outside their home. When Sandra caught Rodolfo inside the house, she had him arrested for stalking. Just days after his arrest, Sandra had been eating White Castle with Alex on the evening of August 12, 2005. Sandra had to leave in the early morning hours, but left Alex to watch her little sisters, something that Alex was used to doing. When Sandra returned home, Alex was gone. She immediately called the police, who initially thought the 13-year-old had run away. Her mother really didn't think she would do this, but then she wondered if maybe she decided to take some time away. She expected Alex would return home soon, but she started searching anyway. On August 16, 2005, a family was boating on the Little Calumet River in Chicago. They spotted something floating and got closer to investigate. They found a female torso, weighed down by chains and held in place with straps. The head, arms, and legs were missing, which made identification difficult. Police thought the torso might belong to 13-year-old Alex. There wasn't a lot of evidence without the entire body, but an autopsy revealed undigested French fries in her stomach and that the girl had been sexually assaulted. Police called Sandra Anaya in and asked her to submit DNA. Sandra gave them her DNA, but she really didn't believe it could be her daughter, even though they only lived about 10 miles from where the torso had been discovered. After 3 weeks, it was confirmed that it was Alex that had been found in the river. Rodolfo Heredia was a suspect from the beginning. He lived just 2 blocks from where her body was found. It didn't seem like a coincidence that she disappeared just days after revealing he had been sexually abusing her for years. Soon after, Heredia was charged with travel in interstate commerce for the purpose of killing, injuring, harassing, or intimidating Sandra Anaya, and he pleaded not guilty. In January of 2006, a jury found him not guilty. Alexandra Anaya's murder had not been brought up during the trial by either the defense or the prosecution. In 2016, new information was released. Alex had been wearing a gold religious medallion when she was killed. It has never been recovered, meaning her killer might have kept it. There is currently a $20,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction for the person or persons responsible for the gruesome murder of 13-year-old Alex Anaya. Anyone with information is asked to call the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI, or you can submit tips on the FBI website. The next case is Tracy A. Pickett from Joplin, Missouri. The information that I'm going to share was taken from the Charlie Project website. It is a great resource run by one woman, Megan. Its goal is to bring awareness to people who have been missing for over a year and haven't received much publicity. On August 11th, 1992, 14-year-old Tracy Pickett left her Joplin, Missouri home to spend the night with a female friend in the 800 block of Doherty Avenue in Webb City, Missouri. Tracy's mother had allowed her to go. She thought her friend still lived with her parents and that her parents would be home. Her mother had no idea the girl lived on her own. They had a party at the residence that night. According to witnesses, one of the guests, a man named Al, kept staring at Tracy all night and even asked her if she was wearing panties. Gross. Eventually, he offered to give her a ride home to Joplin so she could change her clothes. He was supposed to return her to her friend's apartment afterwards. Al drove a black van with 2 sunroofs, louvered side windows, and Oklahoma license plates. A witness also stated that they saw a gun inside the van. Tracy has never been heard from again. A week after her disappearance, authorities located and interviewed the individual who gave her a ride. By then, he had left the state. Al was actually named Lowell Andrew Billy, and he had a prison record. Billy claimed he dropped Tracy off outside a pawn shop in downtown Joplin. Now, Tracy's mom received two messages from a female voice on her answering machine, one on the night of August 11th and one at 10 a.m. on August 12th. The message said Tracy was on her way home to change her clothes. When Tracy's mom realized she was missing, she went to Tracy's friend's apartment. When she searched it, she found her daughter's shoes in the bedroom closet. Neighbors who lived nearby reported that on the morning of August 12th, they saw a young girl running down an alley screaming, "Get away from me, leave me alone." At about noon that same day, a witness reported seeing Billy cleaning out a van near Carthage, Missouri. The van matched the description of Billy's vehicle, but police were unable to verify that the van the witness saw was in fact his. A year after Tracy's disappearance, Billy was charged with kidnapping, rape, and forcible sodomy in Oklahoma. He eventually pleaded no contest and was sentenced to 7 years in prison. During the summer of 1993, he also had picked up a Tulsa, Oklahoma woman who was hitchhiking. He held her captive for 4 hours and beat and sexually assaulted her. He was released from prison, but later was jailed again for failing to register as a sex offender. Police believe Tracy was murdered, and Billy is the prime suspect in her disappearance. But authorities don't have enough evidence to charge anyone in her case. They attempted to drain an old mining pit in the area in 2005, thinking Tracy's body might be in it. But they were unable to drain it completely and called off the search without finding anything. Now, Tracy's father has since passed away, but her mom is still alive and hopes she'll be found. Her case remains unsolved, and Joplin police are investigating. She was born on March 9th, 1978. She was 14 at the time of her disappearance. She would be 45 now. She was 5'4", 115 pounds. She was wearing a pink t-shirt and cut-off jeans. Now, Billy's vehicle was a black van with 2 sunroofs, louvered side windows, and Oklahoma license plates. Tracy had dark blonde hair, brown eyes. She has a dog bite scar on her lower lip and an unfinished hand-drawn tattoo of an X-shaped cross on her left breast. Both of her ears are pierced. Anyone with information about Tracy can call the Joplin Police Department at 417-623-3131 or the Missouri State Highway Patrol at 866-362-6422. And finally, I want to mention Summer Wells. She went missing on June 15th, 2021, from her family's home in Hawkins County, Tennessee. It was reported that she had been planting flowers with her mom and her grandmother. Her mom said she told them she wanted to go inside, and her brothers said she went in and said she was going to play with her toys in the basement. When her mother went in to look for her, she was gone. Her family believes she was abducted. A neighbor and her children reported hearing a scream about an hour before Summer went missing. The 5-year-old would now be 7. When she was last seen, she was wearing gray pants and a pink shirt. She was 3 feet tall and 40 pounds at the time of her disappearance. A truck was reportedly seen in the area of Summer's house around the time of her disappearance. It was described as a 1998 to 2000 maroon or red Toyota Tacoma with a full bed ladder rack and white buckets in the truck bed. Anyone with tips or information can call the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation at 615-744-4000. Thank you for tuning in to the first Missing and Murdered Monday. Thank you, Crime Kingdom, for all the support. Please like, follow, rate, review, subscribe, and share. Thank you.